Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever in the world you join us from. Very welcome to the Organ Aviator YouTube channel. Sorry about that, there were a few technical issues, let's say. The music decided to disappear on us right at the last second. But we should be good now. So, welcome along. We are back. We've not been here for 4 months, I don't think. And as you can probably hear, I am currently full of cold, but we'll see how we get on today. We are sitting on the ground in Bristol. We're flying up to Vagar, flight time of around 2 hours. And we are previewing SimRef, which is your upcoming electronic QRH for the flight sim. So we'll have a look through that, and as we go, see what that does, and hopefully it will be an enjoyable few hours. The aircraft is parked up stand 3, and I've been inside it just doing a few things so we can get started fairly quickly. Obviously we've been delayed, so yeah, we need to get going as quickly as possible. Right, so the other thing is I now have a Stream Deck, or something very similar to a Stream Deck, so that should be helping with a few of the functions. However, I've not had too long to work it out, so some of the things might not work as expected. We'll see how it works, though. So the first thing is I will bring up the iPad, which is running SimRef, see if that works. Yep, there we go. So it is designed on the real Airbus electronic QRH. It's designed to look very much like it, and it includes a lot of documentation for you. So we'll have a close look at that en route. However, for now we can just go to our web link section, get up our flight plan. And of course you can zoom in and scroll as you would for your flight plan. So yeah. Type of aircraft is an A320-200 CFM56 engines operating Organ 55 Echo Papa. Bristol to Vagar. Oh, cruising at flight level 220. That doesn't seem right. We'll have a look at that. Alternate is Edinburgh. Zero fuel weight is fine. Takeoff weight is 3.5 tons. Max landing weight. So we cannot take any extra fuel because we are right on that maximum landing weight. Total fuel is 10.4 tons, so that's quite a lot. And flight time expected today is 1 hour 58 minutes. So best part of 2 hours. There's no terrain that we need to worry about today. Just quickly going down to have a look at the weather though. Sigmets, that's all over London. Up near Scottish. Turbulence forecast. Severe turbulence, so seatbelt signs and stuff tell the passengers and the cabin crew that they could experience some turbulence. And talking about the cabin crew, that reminds me I need to get up our cabin announcements, which we've got. C# projects, cabin announcements, bin debug. Right, so I've got them up. Right, Bristol then is 7 knots of wind. No clouds detected, so that's fine. Edinburgh, 20 knots of wind. Scattered 2,800, so it shouldn't really be too much of an issue, apart from it is quite a strong wind. And Vagar gusting 32 knots, so it could be interesting up there, you know. Oh, sorry about this, I am full of cold. Right, that's fine. we'll get into the aircraft and start having a look at setting some stuff up. Alright, so our IRS will be aligning very shortly. We can go into the inlet there. And just bear with me a moment, I'll finish setting up OBS quickly.
Bottles and wasted time. I got nothing to show for all my wasted time. Simple trouble, worried mind. I got nothing to show for wasted time.
Right, I'm back. Great, that is all going along fine. So, that inlet request. And standard checks then, spoilers, flaps, park brake, selected thrust levers, radar, transponder, landing gear, lights, wipers, and we are on external power, just lights here, those are fine. Music's too loud, yes, of course. That should be better, hopefully. Align IRS, there we go. Data in a flight plan. Okay, Golf Golf Delta departure is gonna be departure beacon 1 X-ray off of 27. And then the arrival is going to be 30. And we'll do the Zulu approach. Yeah. ILS insert. DataNet flight plan, secondary flight plan. And copy the active. And then we will use Fly Smarter, which has recently received quite a massive update to its UI in particular. We'll get an engine out procedure from here. So it's just standard, so runway heading 25 miles and hold. That's not what I wanted to do. Next waypoint Echo Golf Golf Delta 27 bang 270-25. Place bearing distance and hold there. Inbound course 270. Right turns, data in it, flight plan, secondary flight plan, radar in it B. 59.8. We'll check the aircraft is loaded. Loading performance 10.4, so that's all looking good for us. And we need to do that. Data in it, flight plan, secondary flight plan, radar in it B performance then, so wind. Oh, where do I find that?
At any time on board this aircraft, and the no smoking signs will be illuminated for the duration of the flight. If you require any further assistance, please do not hesitate to contact a member of the cabin
Through
crew,
here.
and they will be more than happy to help you. Thank you.
So it is going to be 210 at 7:24. 2107.8 1025. Did I say 7? 8 1025. 210 at 7 8 1025. 210 at 7 8. There we go. Runway condition is dry. Anti-ice can be off. Takeoff weight is 70 tons. Flex config 1. Air conditioning off. Compute that. Alright, and those are our figures. We'll do that. So it is 136, 138, 142. And we are flexing today at 45, which is extremely low. That's basically toga. Thrust reduction acceleration 1622, 1622. And engine out acceleration 1622. Data init flight plan, secondary flight plan, run nav, init B, performance, all done. Passengers are on board, so we can get the doors closed in a moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board.
And we'll do that now.
Hand luggage is provided for in the overhead compartments or underneath the seat in front of you. All items containing liquids must not be placed in the overhead compartments. All aisles and exits must be
Close these ones as well.
In the event of an evacuation, all hand luggage must remain on board. Smoking, including the use of electronic cigarettes, is not.
Oh, we've got a Ryanair next to us.
And the no smoking signs will be illuminated for the duration of the flight. If you require any further assistance, please do not hesitate to contact a member of the cabin crew.
QNH 1025.
Thank you.
Alright, and first checklist then. Cockpit preparation checklist, gear pins and covers removed, fuel quantity checked, seatbelt signs on, it is 3 nav green bar FQNH 1025, set 3 times. Checklist complete. Before start checklist, parking brakes set, takeoff speeds, thrust confirmed, windows closed, and we're just waiting on the beacon. Now, in SimRef, once you start a checklist, it ends up in your bookmarks. Don't worry about the first one. I was messing around with it earlier. So there you go. And we'll go on to Unicom since there is no ATC knocking about. That's all fine. Fine. Flight deck door is shut, and we will do a pre-departure briefing. So, weather here in Bristol is fine. It's wintry, but it is fine. Nothing that's going to affect us. There's a dry runway free of contamination, and the conditions give us takeoff values of flex 45, config 1, V1136, VR138, V2142, which have been confirmed and cross-checked between the two of us, and that's fine. Aircraft is a fully functional Airbus A320-214. CFM engines, nothing in the tech log, so that's all fine. No TAMs, nothing we should be aware of here in Bristol that's going to affect our departure. And threats. Threats is I have not flown or streamed in a long time, so There's going to be a bit of extra concentration needed to make sure that we are perfectly safe. Also handling the radios, not done that in a while. And of course there is no ATC here, so we are responsible for our own traffic separation. Yep, so... Yes, it is Cube, yep. Totalist 320 CEO. Right, so our plan for the departure is to taxi out. We're on stand 3, it's runway 27 in use, so facing east onto Zulu. Taxi Zulu, hold Alpha X-ray full length runway 27. And then after departure, we are on the beacon 1 X-ray out to the northwest. Should anything happen before should anything happen before 100 knots, we will abort the takeoff. Auto brake maximum will be selected and will take over. We will select maximum reverse and stop on the runway. After we have come to a complete stop, we will choose whether to evacuate the aircraft or not. Should once we are above 100 knots, we will only abort the takeoff for situations where the aircraft is unsafe or unable to fly, such as engine fire or severe damage or runway obstruction. And after V1, we will continue with anything we have into the air. It's a standard engine out procedure. Hold at 25 miles runway heading. Climb to around about 3,000 to 4,000 feet. Just hold, assess the situation. Then if we need to land, we'll probably head over to Cardiff. Got a slightly longer runway. Alright, that's pretty much it. Yeah, let's get going with this. So plugins, better pushback. Start pushback.
Round the cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Cabin crew, prepare doors for departure.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
And the initial climb is 10,000 feet, since nothing else. I think it's actually 6,000 feet in Bristol, but we'll put, yeah, it is 6,000 feet. However, we'll just put in 10,000. No ATC around, so. Cube, we are indeed in the Sharkless. Yeah. With our wonderful Christmas livery. Festive flight today. Bristol traffic organ 55 Echo Papa type 320 stand 3 pushing back facing to the east on Zulu. Then takeoff runway, departure runway 27 and off to Vagar, Bristol. Come on, we need to start the pushback. Let's get on with it.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Tow connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake released. Alright, so before start checklist, beacon is on, and before start checklist complete. Oh shoot. Oh no. Oh damn it. Oh dear. Well, yeah. That's the first thing that's gone wrong. So much higher quality in 1440 though, so if you're watching, make sure you select 1440, because we are streaming in 1440 today, unlike last time. Also, I know this isn't the best time to ask, but if you are enjoying, please do leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps the channel. Join us in chat as well if you're here. I would like to hear from you. Please, please don't say it's cleared everything. Oh, phew, it hasn't cleared everything. That is great. Okay. We should be good to go. I'll just check through it. Data in it. Flight plan. Secondary flight plan. Secondary flight plan. Data in it, flight plan, secondary flight plan, right number. In it, B, performance, 1363840. Yeah, that's all fine. We dodged a bullet there.
Disconnecting toes.
APU bleed on. And, yeah. Ignition starting on engine number 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your information, Captain Organ Aviator is in command of this Airbus A320 aircraft. The cabin crew will shortly be giving you a pre-flight briefing. We ask that you pay your full attention and all personal headphones must be removed until this briefing has been completed.
Cell is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Safety is our top priority. There are 8
Alright then. Engine number 1 available, starting number 2.
one either side, 4 in the middle of the aircraft, 2 either side, and 2 at the rear of the aircraft, 1 either side. The cabin crew will now point out the nearest exits in your area. Please take time to locate your nearest exit, which may be behind you. In the unlikely event of an evacuation, all hand luggage must remain on board. Smoking, including the use of electronic cigarettes, is not permitted at any time on board this aircraft, and no smoking signs will be illuminated for the duration of the flight. For the safety and comfort of all on board, passengers are not permitted to consume their own alcohol. And for your safety, please follow all instructions given to you by the crew and comply with the
And
signs located.
engine number 2 is available. Engine mode selected back to normal, radar predictive wind shear on and auto. Transponder on. Max auto brakes. And we'll select the correct lighting. APU can come off and we'll do the after start checklist. Anti-ice not required, ECAM status checked. Pitch trim. 28.4. Yeah, somewhere around about there. Pitch trim check, rudder trim, neutral. After start checklist complete. Right, flight controls. Full left and the roll spoilers. Full right and the roll spoilers. Neutral. Full up. Full down. neutral, rudder full left, rudder full right, rudder neutral. And we can double check the pitch trim, so it's 28.4.
If this happens, remain seated. Pull the mask down and towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth and breathe normally. Secure it with the elastic band. And
Oh,
brace it
shoot.
for a secure fit.
Sorry, I just made a complete mistake of that.
Before helping other passengers. A life jacket is located underneath your seat. If required, pull the tab and remove the life jacket.
So it is going to be 28.4. 28.4 enter, and we can visually see that it says up 0. We've got up. That's interesting. I'll have to bring that up with him, see what he has to say about that. Flight controls checked, flap settle. Config 1, set. Radar predicted wind chill on an auto, engine mode selected normal, ECAM memo. On the ground spoilers. And that test. Cabin secured and taxi checklist complete. No, sorry. And then our cabin crew are about to get in touch saying that the cabin is ready. Cabin secured, checklist complete. All right then. We are ready. Bristol traffic, organ 55 Echo Papa. We are now taxiing to holding point Alpha X-ray via Zulu. Bristol. Parking brake released. Brakes test coming up. There we go. Brakes are functioning normally. No, sorry. I'm just figuring something out. Okay. Right, and then we'll do this. And then, if we do that one, refresh, there we go. I actually managed to do something. Line up checklist, then takeoff runway will be... Come on. Takeoff runway confirmed, full length runway 27, and we'll wait on the rest. TCAS TARA. Packs 1 and 2 off. And we'll hold at the holding point. Line up checklist complete. Parking brake set. Bristol traffic, Organ 55 Echo Papa, holding point Alpha X-ray, runway 27, taking off now, runway 27 to Vagar, Bristol. Alright, so lights on. Confirm full length, runway 27, TCAS TARA. Packs 1 and 2 off, lights on, ECAM memo, take off, no. Blue. Perfect. Here we go. And take off. Chrono and set 50%. Half side stick forward. 50% EGT stable. Set takeoff thrust. Manflex 45 SRS runway auto thrust blue. $100 knots checked. V1 rotate. Positive climb, gear up. And once again, Fly Smarter did its job by getting us off the ground. Good V-speeds, good thrust setting. Okay, wait for acceleration. And then we'll bring the thrust back to climb. Thrust, climb, climb, auto thrust. Nav green. S-speed flaps up. Speeds check flaps up. Yeah, the sounds are decent. I mean, yeah, toeless sounds have always lacked a bit, but they certainly do the job. Pack 2. We'll go to open climb, I think. So, thrust climb, open climb, flight level 220, blue. Standard pressure. Cabin crew, captain speaking. You're released now for duty. Thank you. We'll get the autopilot in, I think. I've been hand flying for long enough. Get the seatbelt signs off and the landing lights off. And we can have a look at SimRef now. So get the iPad back up. Right, so SimRef is an electronic QRH. It is releasing on the 23rd of December, so 2 days before Christmas. And it's designed to bring a very realistic experience to the flight simulation community. It's releasing for €10, one-time purchase, and contains normal checklists, operational engineering bulletins, ops, SOPs, and abnormals. It contains these, and they are customized for a range of airlines. So if we go through here, these are the airlines that are supported currently. Now, there are no guarantees that it is full and up-to-date documentation. However, the developer is doing their best to get the most recent and best quality data possible for each operator. You can choose from any of the A320 family, so you can have A319, 20, 21, CO or Neo, and of course you can choose which engine option as well. And it's the checklists and documentation are adjusted for each variant. And you can bring in your SimBrief flight plan. And it gives you some very useful data, and it syncs your aircraft as well to which variant you want. And you can also select oceanic procedures, and there's a massive oceanic checklist that goes with it as well. So if we do that, we'll have a look at what that is. I have never seen this one before, so and I actually don't know how to access it, so excuse me for having a quick look. Oh, here we go. So here's the oceanic checklist. It's very extensive. So yeah, that's good. SOPs, so this gives you all of the task sharing tables. So pilot flying, pilot monitoring, after start, all of them. Auto land, that's one of interest. Yes, Cube, so in ops, you can get operational data, which gives you operating speeds, hydraulic architecture, required equipment for Cat 2 or 3 operations, fuel penalty tables. It also gives you, if you go back a step, it gives you operational documentation such as winter operations. Gives you holdover tables, so you can select which holdover table you want. And this is official FAA documentation that's been approved for this year. However, you must never use the app for real-world flying, so there's always that caveat, but yeah, they are real documents for the holdover tables. Supplementary procedures, so ground operations and heavy rain. There should also be, so de-icing, so engine shutdown procedures there. Cross-bleed engine start, so you've all got it here. And then, of course, you get ECAM fuel penalty tables as well. Abnormal, so this is your entire QRH, and you can find things either in here or you can search them up. So let's say we have a pack fault, we can type pack, or it's air conditioning, sorry. So air conditioning, ooh, that's interesting. You should be able to search faults in there, but maybe I'm getting something wrong. Oh, sorry, I'm getting the wrong name. So if you put in conditioning, it's very intuitive to use. You can also highlight procedures, which is then comes in here. You can find them whatever you highlight. I'll just delete them off of there for now. And then you get operational bulletins, so these are very handy. So if there is something by Airbus and it doesn't warrant grounding aircraft, but it does need the pilots to be aware, then it'll be put in the OEBs, and then you can go through and you can find all sorts of information in there. Of course, it gives you all of the checklists along with trim values. So it's a very complete solution, and one of my favourite features in it is you can add your own documents. So you can add PDF documents, you can add web links. So for example, I have the European Airport Thrust Reduction Acceleration document, and you can search for keywords within this. So for example, you can type in an airport and it would bring that up. And I also have FlySmarter, of course, in here. And FlySmarter has received an update, so it can scale correctly to the size it has available. So as you can see, it's very easy to use in this. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's an incredible app for €10 as well. That's a really, really good price, one-time purchase. It is only available on iOS for now, which might be a slight issue for some people, but no, iOS only. And that's what the real app is also targeted at, so staying in line with the real world. Yeah, so hopefully I've given you a decent overview of it. Let's see, so, back. It gives you instructions for landing gear, gravity extension, for example. And then for the the real emergencies, you get emergency landing, all engine failure, and fuel starvation, and then emergency evacuation. And yeah, so these are just simple, like, PDFs. But yeah, it gives you a really handy place to access everything. And I think it's actually particularly good here in the tow list, where the tow list doesn't come with a particularly good AFB. You can just use this and then put all of your favourite web links and documents in. And yeah, it really helps the immersion. Yeah, now I'm just gonna check how high we are supposed to be. Because 220 optimum is 3.5. We'll go up to 3.4, even flight level. Thrust climb open, climb nav. Get the lights back on. And we'll see if we can get the music back up. Actually, let's get some Christmas music on. It's not too far from Christmas. Right, which one is the one I want? Oh no, it's actually, no, it's this one. I think. No. Oh, here we go. So Cube, is there any documentation that you'd want to see included in SimRef? Because if there is, I could probably ask if that's a possibility. Bearing in mind it is an electronic QRH, so the developer doesn't want to go too far into the operational, what's it called? Operational library, which will be a separate app potentially that he might develop. Alright, that's cool. And of course, if you do have access to other documentation, you can always add it through the custom documents or web links section. So, how's the 1440 stream looking on your end? Because it looks very good here. Upload speeds are good, no dropped frames apparently, 60 frames per second as well. So... The Stream Deck is also working very well so far, I think. It's very good. Sorry, I just muted myself. It's very good for different functions. 60 frames is something I can only dream of. Yes, Cube, unfortunately. If we can go up and show the frames in the cockpit that I'm getting. Frame rate. Hello, Becky Davies. Welcome to the stream. Well, you see, I'm only getting like 45-ish frames per second, but I can still stream at 60. So I'm not quite sure how that works, but yeah, very good frame rates anyway. Oh. So we have got approximately hour and a half left of the flight. So should be a peaceful flight this evening. Hello, Becky Davids. Yeah. How are you? And this is the first time I think we've seen you here on the channel, so welcome. I really need to replace that stream elements reminder. It's very badly written. Let's see if we can get, where would it be? Near the top, I imagine. proper Christmas song here. Here we go. There we go. Leveling off at 340. And I can show you how easy it is to add a custom web link. So if we do VATSIM map, and then it's https://vatsim1.netlify.app. Save, and if we click on here, we can see our progress. Ooh. Oh no, that's fine. Organ 55 Echo Papa. Oh no. That us? Oh no, we never pre-filed our flight plan. Better do that before a controller works that out. Pre-file. There we go. So now if we click on us, we should have a flight plan reset. There we go. No, that's not us. There we go. Our flight plan is now showing. That's weird. It says we're over halfway, but I don't think we are. No, that's lying. I think that's based on the times it was filed, so you can ignore those times. Yeah, the Toadless is a great aircraft cube. Really good to hand fly. Some of the systems are slightly questionable, but on the whole they are pretty good. Yeah, I think I've said before, as a complete simulation, I prefer the Toadless and X-Plane over the Phoenix. And that's the other thing I can do while I am live is I will just check, because an update to Fly Smarter is getting released during this stream. Just a standard airport database update, nothing too special. Organ Aviator. I'm not sure why this person keeps sending me that. It's not like I can implement it. So we can delete that one. We can insert that one. We can delete that one. And then we can go to SQLite. Open database. Calculation module. Runways. Browse data. And then we can go airport RPLL. Control C, runway 06. Control V, apply. Right. And then we can go into Discord, and we can go to that one. We can download, open there, and we'll go through and we will be very generous and add a whole load of European engine out procedures. So you can't see anything that I'm doing, but I am currently now going through and adding and Cube, you get the casting vote. Which European country should I add all of the engine out procedures for? 2-2. Runway 10. Control C. 28. One 4. 1 6. And 3 4. 1 2 3 4 5. Right, then we will do the Germany. EDDB. Uh, 07 right. Left. I'm currently going through and adding a whole load of engine out procedures to the FlySmarter database. Q. So make any requests if you have them. Aha. Okay. Well, we'll see if that's possible. Right, Control C. 06. 1 3 left. Well, that's so that needs to be 1 4 left. Fly and 1 4 right. 4 right. Fly. 1 4 left. We need this procedure. Control C. Control V. Apply. 3 1. Oh, that needs to be 3 2. And that needs to be 3 2. Apply. So 3 2 right is this procedure. Control C, which is that one. Control V. 2 4 is this procedure. Apply 1 4 right is this procedure. And then 3 2 left finally is this one. Right, let's see if we can find your home airport then. There are. What's the it's LQSA, isn't it? A B B B B. Well, I shouldn't really do this, but I'm gonna see if I can. No, I can't find it, unfortunately. And 2 2, and the next one is Dusseldorf. 05 left. And 2 3 right. D D E. So 10 is that one. EDFH. And EDDF. So center 2 5. 07 right. 25 left. 18. And 36, which is not shown there. Is that for you, Cube? Yep, cool. 10 miles. Oh no, it's for... Sorry, it's for me. How's that the case? Well, something's gone wrong, Cube, because it's 420 miles until our destination, so... I think that's wrong. Yeah, top of descent is up here, look. That must be a step descent, which we are not doing. I thought it was really early, and it was. 05. 15. And 33. Right, that's all I'm gonna put on then for now. We will go into GitHub. And we will go to FlySmarter API Python. Actually, no, it has to be back. Add. Commit changes. Oh no. Right, and then we do Python. We add a file, runway.db, add file, upload files. Do that. and then we commit changes. And then we'll go to render, check that that's all done, dashboard. Okay, it's deploying as we speak. Beautiful. Great. So I can now put an announcement out. And we'll go here, back, undo changes, cancel undo changes, back. Get shareable link, copy to clipboard. Right, we may have some more people joining us in the next few moments. I have just pinged 250 people. So, yeah. Welcome along, everyone. If you're... Oh, just joining us. No, thank you. Yeah. Welcome along, everyone, if you're just joining us. Great to have you here. Oh dear, some turbulence we were warned about. Let's get the seatbelt signs on. And we'll do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are experiencing some unexpected turbulence and the captain has turned on the seatbelt sign. You must return to your seat and fasten your seatbelt securely. Thank you.
And we can check that airport updates worked as well. Let's see. EDNY 24. EDFH. Right, so that airport update hasn't quite worked as I thought it would. Let's manual deploy. EDFH, EDFH. Ah, why is that not? Maybe I never saved them before I uploaded them. In which case, add file, upload files. Python, add file, upload file. Right, so at the moment what I'm just doing is going through and checking that the airport update actually worked, and it's slightly concerning that it's not. Service is live, so we'll try again. Ah, there we go. Right, that's now worked. Fantastic. So, that has added quite a lot of German airports to the database. EDNY, I think this got added as well. No. EDDH did get added though. 05 23 15 33. Perfect. That's all looking good. Right, so we can start having a look at our arrival. 304 miles to go. Weather in Vagar is... No, not that one. Charts. Reset. Ooh. Okay, BG. Weather. So, it is 230 gusting 10... No, 230 at 10 gusting 20, so that is a little bit better than it was looking in our flight plan. QNH 978, so low pressure. There's a potential for the wind to be gusting 33. Overcast 300 feet as well, so could be tight getting in. Okay, Cube, see you when you get back. ILS, we are doing Zulu, so we're doing this one. 3.5 degree ILS. What's this? No, we definitely want the Zulu. No, sorry, we do not. We want the... Right, we want the Victor approach. So, ILS Victor via... and we want to come in via... VG914C insert Suda. Okay, and if we insert that now and scroll through the flight plan, we put that to there we go, that's looking correct now. Perfect. Weather, aircraft still fully functional, Airbus A320-214. CFM engines, no TAMs, nothing to be aware of. Threats, then there are lots of threats in Vagar. There is significant terrain build-up around the aircraft, both to the north, south, and east. The go-around procedure does require a left-hand turn, otherwise we will fly straight into the terrain located to the northwest. Steeper glide slope than normal, 3.5 degrees, so energy management is crucial. I've not been flying for ages, so that's another threat. And of course it's nighttime as well, so visibility and visual contact with terrain will be limited. Mitigations then is we will absolutely have the terrain radar on. In fact, we will turn that on right now. And we will use check heights. And if we don't feel happy, we will go around. We'll thoroughly brief the go-around procedure. So go-around procedure is we will need to turn to 289 degrees to avoid the terrain, and the aircraft does have nav and go-around, so it should make our life pretty easy. Crosswind is a threat as well, so if we don't feel happy, we will go around. We have got enough fuel to fail a landing go around and then head back to Edinburgh if that's what's required. That wouldn't be ideal. However, if we do feel that we could get in a second time, then we will have a shot. I think that's about it. In terms of threats, so how we're going to fly the approach is we're currently at 340 flight level, and we are 270 miles out. So because we're at 340, we need 68, 70, 68. Oh, I'm just thinking of this. 68, 72, 102 miles, so 112 miles to descend. So we'll start our descent about 110 miles out. Yeah, fly it down, get to Suda, follow the arrival routing. We will have full localizer glide slope guidance. We'll be following that. Keep the autopilot in down to about 1,500 feet, then get a feel for the aircraft. Auto throttle will remain engaged throughout, and we should probably perform a landing calculation, although it's really questionable how accurate this calculator is. Let's just see what it gives us. Okay, so it reckons auto brake too low. Brake mode medium. Perfect. Status overweight 66.3. 5.3. Fuel prediction 70. So 5.3, 66.2. So zero fuel weight is 66.2 minus 64, so we're gonna be a ton lighter, so 65.2. So right, so I think it would be a wise idea to descend. So we're currently burning 45 kilos a minute. Let's see if we can descend a bit and burn it off faster. And then progress 280 in there. Seven kilos per minute, that's not much. 25 kilos a minute, 28, 30. Okay, so we are burning a little bit more, not very much more. 5.2, so we have reduced it a bit. But it still reckons we can stop on the runway, so we'll take that. Welcome back, Cube. We've just been having a bit of drama over fuel. Because we're looking at an overweight landing, which is not ideal at all in Vagar. However, we might just about be okay. So, zero fuel weight is 59.8. 59 plus 5 is... yeah. So we've descended down to 28,000 or flight level 280 to hopefully burn a bit more fuel. Turn the seatbelt signs off again though. So what's your opinion? Should I have music in the background or do we not need it? Because music's just so annoying to manage in OBS. Because I can't see all of the audio sources at the same time. I want some way to fix that. In fact, can I pop that one out? Doesn't really work very well, but... no. So we now have 200 miles to go. We're at 28,000 feet, so 56 plus 28 is 64, 84, 94 miles we'll need to descend. Sounds like we're at like toga power or something. So, how much fuel are we burning per minute? 52. So we have... Why does it always go down when I look at it? We have increased it slightly from where we were, 5.1. So yeah, it's looking as though we'll make it. So I am really quite excited actually for this approach into Vagar. It's going to be challenging as it always is. Yeah. And at night, and Cube, I'm not sure if you were here when we were discussing it, but there's a cloud base of 300 feet. So we're just gonna have to trust the instruments right down to the minimum, and then see what occurs, as they say. And talking about that, we do need to get all of our arrival information in. Yes, a bit of a sticky situation we could end up in tonight. However, we seem to be the Vagar experts. We've flown here a lot of times on stream, so I'm quite used to the challenge. 230 at 10. And we'll do our best regardless of how difficult it is. Here you go. Here's the weather here in Vagar. Just getting that up on the stream for you. There we go. QNH is 978, really low pressure, really bad weather. Temperature is going to be 10 degrees though. It is fairly warm. I would have expected it to be colder. Right. Minimum descent altitude 480. Oh, what's that ECAM warning? Ooh. Hydraulic B system, low pressure. That sounds like a QRH thing for us. HYD. Low pressure. Hydraulic B system, low pressure. Cruise. Max speed 320. Maneuver with care. Flight controls remain in normal law. Fuel increased consumption. For landing assessment, use QRH. Or performance. Fly smart. Approach Cat 2 inoperative. That's fine. Slats slow. Flaps slow. Landing gear oh. Okay, guys. Well, we are not gonna make it back up to Vagar unless we clear that system failure, because if we put the landing gear down, we can't get it back up. And if we can't, and if we have to go around at Vagar, that means we won't have enough fuel to get back to Edinburgh. So it's your decision. Should we clear the fault and carry on and do the challenging approach, or should we turn back to Edinburgh? Which I really don't like the idea of. But I'll tell you something, regardless of what we do, this electronic QRH is incredible. It really gives you that documentation at a glance. Oh no, Q, please. I want to go to Vagar. We need to get to Vagar. It's literally been in the plans for 2 months. Okay, actually no, we'll do a compromise. We will go to Vagar, however, if we can't land on the first... Actually, no, let's just clear the fault. Forget that. Delete. There we go. Right, fault cleared. The power of flight simulation is you can just clear a fault like that, and you can continue with your flight. But in real life, yeah, we would have had to go to Edinburgh with that fault. There would have been no chance of continuing. But yeah, this is why you need SimRef, is because it gives you that QRH right at your fingertips. Really, really good. And that search function is so awesome, it just allows you to find something quickly if you need it. We'll turn them off, remove distractions. We'll also turn that off. We'll set all of our lighting up nice and early. So we want that down, all to about halfway-ish. We want that one to go down. That one. And those as well. That one. There we go. Perfect. Get our eyes accustomed to the view out the window. And that's another thing that SimRef has, is SOPs. Is it in SOPs? No, it must be in ops, operational ops data. No, ops, operational, arrival briefing. Okay, so we've done approach guidance, landing flaps. So landing flaps will obviously be full. We've checked the stop margin, it's just about okay. We'll use maximum reverse thrust, medium order brake. Qubit should be around about 30 minutes, 30 minutes. No hotspots. Yeah, so that's all fine. Yeah. $20 miles to top of descent. We might start coming down a little bit before that though. 5.1 of that fuel. 30 times 50 is 3,000, 1,500. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start our descent. It doesn't matter if it's slightly early, because we do need to get rid of that fuel. So, I will, the cabin crew...
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now started the descent into our destination, and the captain has turned on the seatbelt signs. At this time, we ask that your seat back is fully upright with the armrest down, and your tray table should be folded away. Your window blind should be open, and your seatbelt securely fastened. Items connected to power banks must now be disconnected. In a few moments, I will be dimming the cabin lights in preparation for landing. This is a completely normal procedure. If you do wish to continue reading, there is a reading light situated in the panel above you. We would like you to take this opportunity to review the safety card located in the seat pocket, in front or to the side of you, and in the unlikely event of an evacuation, all hand luggage must remain on board. Thank you.
There we go. How much fuel are we burning? 11 kilos per minute. Let's pull that and let's do 2,000 feet per minute down. And then burn a little bit more fuel as we do it. Zero fuel weight is right, 59.8, so it's 4.5, 4.7. 4.7 is supposedly the maximum amount of fuel we can have. Wow, it's turbulent. Constraints get... Oh, why is it so turbulent? There we go. 4,000 feet plus. 4,000. Oh, rain now hitting the aircraft. Oh, lightning. We'll level off at 13,000. Yeah, now we're burning a lot of fuel. LS on. Let's slow the aircraft down as well. Let's get the spoilers out. Open descent. $20 miles, 7,000 feet. Seatbelt signs are on. Get the landing lights on. Ooh, that's nasty. Get the nose wheel lights on as well. Ooh, that's disorientating.
Captain, the cabin is secure for landing.
Thank you very much. Oh, we've got 55 knots on the tail. What is the wind is 230. So that should be fine. Vagar traffic organ 55 Echo Papa inbound Victor Golf 908 ILS Victor approach runway 30 7,500 feet and 18.2 DME Vagar. Okay, set local pressure 978. And activate the approach mode. Manage speed, flaps 1, speed check, flap 1. Organ 55 Echo Papa, sorry, your radio is a bit broken. Could you please say again? We are 17.1, dear me, Organ 55 Echo Papa. Copied, Organ 55 Echo Papa. Okay, 4,000 feet. Then flap 2, speed check, flap 2. Get the speed brake away. Horrendously turbulent. On the approach mode, lock star. Whoa, that wind. 53 knots. Lock captured. Oh, approach checklist. Approach checklist barrow set, seatbelt signs on. Minimum is 480 barrow set, audio brake, medium engine mode select normal, checklist complete. It is indeed, Cube. Can we pull off a successful landing, unlike EasyJet's pilot when he came here to Vagar? He was in much, much better conditions than this, and in Microsoft Flight Sim, which doesn't simulate the wind very well. So we have a significant challenge. Glide slope star, gear down, flaps 3, speeds check, flaps 3. Down we go. Check that the spoilers are on. Yeah, they are. Flaps full, speeds checked, flaps full.
2,500.
What's our fuel burn doing? 31. Vagar traffic, Organ 55 Echo Papa, ILS 30, ILS Victor 30, fully established at 6.8 DME. Vagar. Come on, we need that ecam memo, and that comes in at 2,000 feet, so, hurry up. Okay, landing checklist, ecam memo, landing no blue cabin, and secure checklist complete. Okay, I have control. Whoa. Ah, there's really not much of a feel I can get for this aircraft. It's all over the place, kind of.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear. 1,000.
Should have gone round then. Oh. We'll continue the approach. If we get it again, we'll have to... Wind shear, go around. Mantoga SRS, nav. Positive climb, gear up. Go around flaps, please, flap 3. Oh shoot, we shouldn't have done that, because it's wind shear, go around. Alright. Mantoga SRS, nav. Pitch to 20 degrees. Just get the heck out of here. Okay, let's pitch forward. Positive acceleration, so speed out star. Autopilot engaged. Whoa. That is... Oof. So... Yeah. Interesting times. Okay. Let's get the flaps up on schedule. S-speed flaps up. Disregard that sound, it's just the beacon. Vagar traffic organ 55 Echo Papa going around wind shear, currently at 4,000 feet. DME 4 nautical miles. Vagar. Right. As the captain of this aircraft, I am using absolutely no logic in this situation, and we are going to give it one last chance. Should that not work, I am going to have to end the stream, unfortunately, because we do not have time to head back to Edinburgh. So what we're doing right now is completely unrealistic. There is no chance you'd ever have another go at that. But who knows? It might just work in our favour. We might get a yeah, might get lucky second time around. We'll keep the autopilot engaged, and right until we have to take it out this time, I think. Whoa. That is the worst weather I have ever seen in Flight Sim at all. Full stop. So, now we get to use another feature in SimRef, though. We can reset checklists like this, and then we're back to the approach checklist bar. FQNH 978 set 3 times seatbelt signs on. Minimum 480 feet set, auto brake medium engine mode, select the normal checklist complete. Whoa, that is a lot of rain. Battering our A320 on this cold, dark, wintry evening in the north. Oof. Oh, it's hard on the eyes. I've got like a 28-inch monitor just with those white crystals of rain, and it's really hard to see, actually. Look at. Even if we do manage to somehow get down to the airport, it is still going to be a serious challenge putting it on the runway. Because there's a lot of wind involved. Direct. VG 908. Direct. Vagar traffic, Organ 55 Echo Papa inbound Victor Golf 908, 4,000 feet, 9.5 DME Mike Fox. Vagar. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain speaking. I don't have too much time to talk. However, we did have to perform a go-around. It's a completely normal procedure. We are trying a second approach. However, if this doesn't work, we will be heading back to Edinburgh, and you can expect a further flight time of 1 hour 20 minutes. Thanks very much for your patience, and be assured that the aircraft is still completely safe. And should this approach work, you should be on the ground in the next 10-15 minutes. Unfortunately, I don't have good news for you regarding weather. It is pouring buckets down in Vagar. It is extremely windy. Let's hope the heating in the terminal works for you. Enjoy your holiday here in Vagar. Once again, I do hope you've enjoyed the flight, and it certainly has been my pleasure flying today. Thank you, and very good evening. Flap 1, speed check, flap 1. Right, unless something is actually unsafe, I am going to try and get a landing out of this. It might be completely illegal, but we will try and get a landing out of it. I will call it a success if we manage to get on the ground, let's face it. Alright, Cube, see you next time. You definitely want to catch up on it though, on replay, so thanks for watching. See ya. Flaps 2, speed check, flaps 2. And on the approach. Lock star. Localizer. No, not yet, sorry. Lock captured. Glide slope start, gear down, flaps 3, speed check, flap 3. Now, we won't go flap full quite so quickly this time. We'll leave flap 3 and it gives us a little bit more margin in terms of wind and wind shear. Okay, so the wind is dropping off a tiny bit, down to 47 knots. Okay, the wind's down to 40 knots now. 39 knots. Flap 3 seems to be helping a little bit. Yeah, that's right. Keep the speed under control. Okay. Disregard. It looks fine at the moment. Flap full, speed check, flap full. Okay, landing checklist, decam memo, landing no blue cabin is secured. Continue, we're still at a safe speed. The wind is now within limits as well. We're slightly high, but we are on the localizer. Hello, Chris. Aha! We are now visual with the runway. We have broken a load of rules. However, the aircraft, we are now visual. Now, I wouldn't usually do this, apart from the fact is we cannot get back to Edinburgh. I don't have time. So, this is not a reflection of a normal stream, Chris. However, continue.
Terrain. 40, 30, 20, retard, 10, retard, 5.
Spoilers, reverse green, decel. Wow. Reverses off, manual brakes. Have you ever come up to Vagar, Chris? You should try it in the sim, you know, it's an interesting airport. Alright, flaps up, spoilers disarmed. Flight time 2 hours 8 minutes in the end, and welcome to Vagar. flaps up. Oh, I've already done that. Right, APU on. We'll stop here. Vagar traffic runway vacated. Right, we will stop here, get the lights off before we blind anyone. Those can stay on. That one off. That one off. 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 Hold on. There we go. Right, after landing checklist, then radar predictive wind shear off. So that's all on and available. APU bleed on, and we will take this stand here, just ahead of us. We'll disconnect from VATSIM, yes. Something like that. I'm not sure if that's correct or not. However, we now need the replay. So if I go to this screen here and we do flight configuration toggle replay mode. Oh no. And we go back here. We'll have a look from the tower. Pretty hard landing. Ooh. Might need a hard landing report on that. Might need to get the engineers out. Let's have a look from the passenger view, and then we'll do a final replay. There we go. Well, it was safe enough. I don't think anyone would have died out of that, so I take that as win. 3:05:30. We'll go from there. So, thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, then please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you would like to see me stream a bit more. So, it's been great getting back to streaming, as I say. I've been off of it for about 3 months now. So we've got a stream on the 15th, a stream on the 17th, a stream on the 19th, and then our Christmas special, which is Bristol to Rovaniemi and return on the 21st, starting at about 2 p.m. UTC. So, thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.